Hello everybody, welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel, and we are having a Thursday afternoon variety show at the lunch hour today. I hope you guys are ready for it. Got a few things to watch, some entertainment and gaming stuff. I found Asmongold reacting to, do you remember back like a year ago where Polyev is being interviewed by this random journalist who thinks he's like Donald Trump, and he's just eating an apple and going, what people are saying I'm like Donald Trump? What are you talking? Like, he's just eating an apple and he's reacting to it. So I thought I would take a look at how he reacted to it, because I always like to see how Americans react to Canadian stuff, whether it be positive or negative. So we've got that. We've got a few other things to look at. I'm sorry I didn't do a Diablo stream last night. I was exhausted. I went to bed at 11. And so I'm sorry about that. We will try to get through. We will try to do some more tonight. I may try to finish the Blood Sermon quest offline, just because it's so tedious and no one's gonna watch me trying to find a door. So I think I may finish that offline and just go and do more stuff on stream that's fun. I think I may do that instead, but we'll see. It's been an interesting few days. It's been an interesting start to the year. I'm desperately trying to fix my shit with like mental health and everything. So I do apologize for missing my stream last night. I am desperately trying to fix, like, this year. I want to try to make my content better, try to make everything that I do better. That's why I'm trying to be more consistent with streaming and video production, because as you can see, I have picked up some subscribers and everything, so this is the right way to go. So I hope you guys find the stuff that I'm putting out better this year, and I hope you guys are ready to have some fun, because I like doing this, and I want this to get successful and go somewhere, and actually spread some messages about Canada and politics and accessibility and disability awareness. So that's my goal. So I hope you guys are ready to have a good stream. Welcome in to everybody that's coming in. Share the stream far and wide so we can get some more people in here. I've got this links pinned in the description for where you can go to get mugs and become a patron and everything like that. So I hope you guys are ready to have an awesome stream. We're gonna switch to our live screen now, and we're gonna start with the Asmongold video. I think we're gonna start here and go from there, because this I want to actually look at and see what happens here with this video, because it's 26 minutes. I want to see, or 12 minutes, sorry. It's not 26 minutes. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh. Voice message, answer call button. Hello? No, I started at 11:30 because of okay. Okay. Oh, and we have a gun meme review. You know what? We're going to start with the gun meme review, because I think that's good. Justin Trudeau blew up my Cybertruck. We've got to take a look at that. We've got to take a look at This is angry gun meme review. This is the gun meme review from yesterday for Brandon Herrera. So we're going to start the show off with this. Because why the hell not?
Gun meme review. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers, and welcome to the first video of the year.
Nice.
If you thought maybe nature's healing and 2025 will be off to a nice, calm start, you. So buckle the fuck up, because in this episode we have the Vegas Cybertruck explosion, Tim Kennedy, UFOs apparently being fucking real, and some regular old gun memes, just because we all need a taste of home every now and again. Got a lot to talk about in this episode, but before we get started, I do want to point out that in the last video we did, I, dressed as Fidel Castro, made a joke about going up to Canada to visit my son, Justin Trudeau.
I wish I had seen that video. Oh my god. That's funny. Hello, CW. How you doing?
If you haven't read into that conspiracy theory, it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
And it's headcanon for me, because regardless of what the truth is, that's funny. Also, don't ask Justin Trudeau what his mom was doing around the time he was conceived.
No, don't. Don't do that. He doesn't like that question.
Anyway, I make this joke about Justin Trudeau, and 6 days later, Trudeau announces he's resigning as Prime Minister of Canada.
I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister.
Is this a coincidence? Yeah, it's a coincidence, but it's a very funny one.
It is a very funny one. I love this. Brandon, you are great. Making the same shit, different day. Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, that's funny. That is too funny. I'm glad I started with this video.
And plus, hey, good news, Trudeau's resigning.
Yay!
So for you gun-loving snow Mexicans up in the great white north, just know that the guy who cracked down on your firearm rights can't hurt you anymore.
Well, yeah, he can. Because he's not resigning just yet, Brandon. He's still Prime Minister until they pick another leader, and then they have to have an election, so we still have to deal with him for a little bit longer.
He's gonna go back to... I'm not sure he ever had a job outside of government. I don't know what he's going back to. Doing blackface, I guess. But
I wish Fidel would have lived to see Justin in power. He would have beaten him like a redheaded stepchild. Well, he saw a little bit of Justin Trudeau. Because Fidel Castro died in... Hold on. That was like 2018 or something, wasn't it? It was definitely pre-COVID, but it was after 2015. So Trudeau was in power, and Trudeau actually did like... I'll find it after this. I'll find it. Because he did a little speech about Fidel Castro dying.
But moving on to our next topic, this is something that's really been blowing up lately. Damn it. Just mere hours into 2025, a Cybertruck laden down with propellant and fireworks parked outside of Trump Tower in Vegas and fucking exploded.
Yeah.
Thankfully, no bystanders were killed during the explosion, but the body of the suspect was found in the vehicle. The suspect was Matthew Livelsberger, Green Beret and 5-time Bronze Star recipient. And as if this whole situation isn't weird enough so far, as soon as Twitter found out his name, Twitter got to doing what they do best and started digging.
Of course they did, because weaponized fucking autism, and it's just about as bad on Twitter as it is on 4chan.
Even fellow grenade enthusiast Tim Kennedy put out a tweet asking if anybody had any information on the bomber. And as it turns out, the suspected bomber, even though his name was Matthew Livelsberger, used to have a stage name, Matt Berg, on a TV show. A TV show about him being a Green Beret with his partner, Tim fucking Kennedy.
Oh shit, that's how Tim Kennedy found out about it. Oh god.
Even shit that Tim's not even involved in just seems to find him like a fucking drama-seeking missile. A lot of people have accused Tim of having main character
Fidel
syndrome,
died
but after this...
2016. Oh, okay, so just a year of Trudeau was... Okay. Okay.
shit. I'm just starting to maybe come to terms with the fact that maybe he
You're
is.
right.
But Community
Midnight, he
Notes,
would've
seeing an
beaten him
opportunity
like
to
a
do what they
redheaded
do best,
stepchild.
immediately got to work on Tim's original tweet, adding the simple correction, yes, you do. Even Tim himself had to chime in on that one and just joke that, you know, Community Notes never misses. Think about the number of spam
Community Notes did that. That's amazing.
texts or calls you get each day. Have you ever found yourself second guessing whether that was real or a scam? Even for me, it happens like embarrassingly often. What about the time you were waiting for an important call and you just ended up answering every unknown number just in case?
Oh my god, that's gonna be me on the 14th. Because I have an appointment and my doctor uses like a no caller ID number. So I'm gonna have to turn off my block unknown callers number feature on the 14th, and I'm
That's because your information is constantly available for sale online, where your personal information. Now, those are a few of the things that we know about the prime suspect, but what you may not know of. Security footage showed a second perpetrator leaving the scene of Las Vegas Trump hotel bombing. FBI has put out a $10,000 reward for information that leads to his arrest.
Oh shit.
Sam Hyde.
Oh god, Brandon.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Now, as the days go on, more and more information gets released to the public. Like, for example, when he rented the Cybertruck off of Turo, he ended up texting, I think, an ex-girlfriend saying, "I rented a Cybertruck, it's the shit. I feel like Batman or Halo." Which, alright, I mean, he's a dude. But also, we're not gonna let him get away with that, right?
No, I'm sorry, we can't let him get away with that. You can't do what you did and be like, I feel like Batman or Halo.
I feel like Halo? Almost had a real gamer moment, bro. Ah, yes, everyone's favorite Spartan, John Halo.
Do you mean Master Chief and not Halo?
My 117th favorite video game character. If this whole thing ends up being a psyop, whoever wrote the CIA's fanfiction is not a fucking gamer.
No.
Put some respect on Master Chief's name.
Yeah, no shit, right? I feel like Halo. No, you feel like Master Chief, god damn it.
Put the Master Chief in the...
The Babylon Bee jumping in, Batman trades in Batmobile for Cybertruck. Did you guys see that where like the legit Batman, like Batmobiles were for sale? I'm sure they're props and they're not actually that cool, but come on.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that if I won the fucking lottery, there'd be signs. No.
Yeah. I would much rather own a Batmobile than a Cybertruck. I'm sorry.
Now, 2 weapons were found in the vehicle after the explosion. An interesting choice, I might add. A 50 AE Desert Eagle and an AR pistol, I think, of some variety. Or SLR Rifle Works, as we now know thanks to Reno May. You know, steal his look. As melted as that one is, I'm not even sure going to sdi.edu will be able to help you out on that one using the links in the description and in the pinned comment. Now, there are, as with all things, and especially this one, some questions being posed online on some of the conspiratorial elements of this. You know, a lot of people questioning some of the details of the official narrative.
There are. Pink Hollow and I were listening to some show on the weekend. I can't remember who. John Ryan? Was that the name? And it was bad. It was, if I won the lottery, the sign would be my disappearance. Yeah. I feel that. But it's, we were watching this show where it was like so conspiratorial. Like I think it was John Ryan. There was so many like this intelligence dude was talking about emails he got from this guy, and it was just so weird.
Including folks like, for example, Mr. Guns and Gear, asking why, if he used a 50 AE Desert Eagle to, you know, dome himself before any of this took place, why in the surveillance video can we not see the muzzle flash of a Desert Eagle? You know, a handgun that's kind of notorious for having a monster muzzle flash.
That's a good question.
Or how nobody could hear a Desert Eagle going off, or at least nobody seemed to react to it, even if it was inside of a Cybertruck. I mean, that's a loud handgun.
That is another good point. That is a very good point. I not knowing anything about guns, even know that's a very loud a piece of equipment.
Or if maybe he did the, big unsubscribe before he actually rolled up and used the self-drive feature of the Cybertruck to get there. Would that work? There's a lot of questions being asked, and I was actually...
That is a good question. Can you enable the self-drive feature and then unalive yourself, and will it continue to drive, or does it need like your eye movements or whatever to continue driving? Because like that's a good question.
Actually thinking about doing a video kind of addressing all of those things, because
please,
for one,
Brandon.
have a 50 AE Desert Eagle, and I have a Cybertruck, and I'm curious myself. These are questions.
Oh, Sean Ryan, that's it. Yeah, that Sean Ryan show was a really weird. It was we were just watching the episode of it to like we don't watch him. But we were just watching that episode just to see what it was about, and it was fucking weird.
I frankly don't have the answer to, but I would like to try it. So we haven't filmed that video yet, and I'm just kind of curious if that's something you guys would like to see.
This video gets 100,000 likes, I will park outside of Trump Tower.
No, god damn, no, bad
editor. Poor Brandon.
Bad camera guy. Alright, so if this story's already fucking weird for you, don't worry, it gets weirder.
Oh, good.
At time of recording, we are fucking 6 days into 2025, and I did not have this next one on my bingo card. Fucking aliens. Alright, not really, but fucking close. So Matthew Livelsberger actually emailed out a manifesto of sorts that was shared on the Sean Ryan podcast.
There we go. Thank you, Brandon. That's the episode that I was just talking about.
A couple of days ago. This email was sent out a few days before the Cybertruck bombing. And at time of recording, from anything I can gather, is a legitimate email from Matthew. Giving out his, security clearances, his credentials, and everything like that. And basically saying, fucking UFOs are real, and we have them.
Oh my god. I feel like this dude, just snapped. I feel like Matthew Livelsberger just lost his mind and just snapped and went crazy and blew up his
What we have been
Cybertruck.
seeing with drones, he puts that in quotes. He says drones is the operational use of gravitic propulsion systems powered
propulsion
aircraft
systems.
by most recently
Ah!
China and the East Coast, but throughout history, the U.S.
Gravitic propulsion systems. Are we in Star Trek?
These weird unidentified aircraft and some of the stuff that's been in the news lately, that it's like, drones or whatever, is apparently just American and Chinese UFOs, essentially. And I've heard a remarkable amount of people in the intel community basically just kind of throw up their hands and go, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, when this shit first dropped, I went down a fucking autism rabbit
I
hole
bet
like
you
I
did,
have
Brandon.
not experienced in a very long time.
I bet you did. I bet you he went into crazy amounts of detail and went into these, tried to research the shit out of this and found all...
Sorry, babe, can't talk. Learning about secret United States and Chinese gravital propulsion systems. I have never been so directly attacked by a meme in my fucking life. I came across that meme in my feed, not 5 minutes after having that conversation, damn near verbatim. So yeah, what the fuck? UFOs are real and they're us.
China has been launching them from the Atlantic from submarines for years, but this activity recently has picked up.
Yeah, that was pretty much my reaction after pretty much getting flashbanged with that one on my phone. Now, I'm not going to get into whether or not I think that the contents of this email are actually true or not. Because frankly, I am nowhere near qualified to comment on something like that.
Yeah, neither am I. Not even gonna touch whether any of that is true. Not gonna do it. Got no legs to stand on in this conversation.
I have, however, seen a lot of people online saying it's absolutely ridiculous to even consider the fact that the US government would have, secret gravitic propulsion systems. It's so laughable that the US government would have gravitic propulsion systems that I almost forgot that the US Navy holds a patent for them.
Wait, really?
Fuck. So, yeah, if any of that's true, there's some dark implications there. World is a fuck. If you thought 2025 was going to start off gentle, it's going in dry.
Oh, good. That's awesome. Love it. I love things. Good, Brandon. I'm so happy.
Don't worry, I've got your comfort food. Meemaw just baked up a fresh batch of miscellaneous gun memes.
Oh, good.
All fun and games until I let autism speak. That's too basic of a setup for that person to actually be autistic. That is clearly what an autistic person would carry. And if you like it, here's your diagnosis. Fresh batteries in your laser. Fresh batteries in your smoke detector. Yeah, fucking sue me. I know why the ceiling bird sings. 40-year-old operator. Pay me thousands of dollars for a one-day class on mag dumping into paper from 3 feet away, or else you don't support the Second Amendment.
Okay, that's funny. I like how he reads these memes out, because me being blind, this is good. I like this.
0.1% of profits on my $50 t-shirts drop ship from wish.com go to Gold Star Mothers. Check out @Tactical Word Salad Solutions on Instagram to watch me walk around my house with nods you'll then never own. 22 vets kill themselves every minute because you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell.
Ooh. 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 Oh, that's dark. Oh, God.
I'm not in the military anymore, and I'm going through a midlife crisis. So, there are so many good people in this space that are doing awesome stuff, but there are also a lot of people like that. And I think it's shitty, because it casts a bad light on the people that are actually doing good stuff. So vet your charities and your sources.
Yeah.
And your operators. 47 presidents and 1 civil war. 64 kings and 3 civil wars. 19 princes, 11 czars, 16 emperors, 8 dictators, 3 presidents, 3 revolutions, and 8 coups. Look, in America's defense, we got a late start.
Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
But guys, if anything, this episode kind of got you feeling a little down, just remember one thing. You're not Justin Trudeau right now. Anyhow, guys, that just about wraps this episode of Gun Meme Review. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Let me know what you think about that whack-ass UFO shit down in the comments, and also let me know if you want to see that video. At first, I was thinking, it might be kind of too soon, but there's a lot of discussion going on about that on Twitter right now, and a lot of questions that, I don't even know.
I really hope that Brandon does that video, because I want that breakdown. He does really, really good breakdowns of stuff like this. He did a really good breakdown of the Trump assassination attempt, the one at the Pennsylvania rally, and I would love to see a breakdown of this whole thing. I really hope he does that video, because I would love to see it. I think it would be a great thing to watch, and a great educational video. He does really good work with those. And I think that would be a great thing to watch. Just like this video about Asmongold watching the whole thing about the apple. I want to see why this is 26 minutes, because I think we're going to see his chat probably say some really stupid shit about this, because that's just what happens. No, Gary, why, Gary? Yes! He did the reenactment of the shooting of the Kung Fu teacher from Gary... Oh, shit, I can't remember his name. I can't remember. That was another good video. And the Unsubscribed podcast actually had his son on, which was a good episode. That was a very good episode. I really enjoyed watching that. The Unsubscribed podcast is fun to watch. I watch it with Pincalo quite often. I think it's a really fun show to watch. It's really, really amusing. I really like when Rich is on there. Angry Cops makes me laugh. And Eli double tap is great. Flosh. Alright, here we go. Let's see Asmongold reacting to this video. This is a great little 45-second video that he found. Why is this 26 minutes?
Is this the new Prime Minister of Canada? Is this that Pierre guy?
Yes.
On the topic, I mean, in terms of your
See, he's eating an apple. This is from a year ago.
sort of strategy currently, you're obviously taking the populist pathway.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Well, appealing to people's more emotional levels, I would guess. I mean,
What do you mean by that?
certainly you tap.
I love how he's just eating his apple. It's weird that Eli is the only one next to Jack Mandeville who was in at the same time I was. That's true. Everybody else was in way after. That's true.
Certainly you tap very strong ideological language quite
I do?
frequently.
Like what?
Like what?
Left wing, you know, this and that, right wing, you know, I mean, it's that type
I
of
almost never
ideological
talk about.
spectrum.
I never really talk about left
But
or right.
anyways, a lot
I
of
don't
people
really believe in that.
Okay, a lot of
I like this guy. Yeah.
See? This I like to watch Americans react to this guy. I like to watch it because you get Americans. This is why when Americans see this and they see Pierre Poilievre, they're like, "Oh, Canada's not entirely fucked." Okay.
people would say that you're simply taking a page out of the Donald Trump book.
Like which people would say that?
Which people,
Well, I'm sure.
I really like how people are calling out journalists so journalists do this thing where they say a lot of people are thinking this or a lot of people are saying this. And then whenever they mean that, they're not actually talking about a lot of people.
No.
They're talking about them.
yeah. They actually don't mean a lot of people. They mean, I think this and I believe this, but they can't say that because they're a journalist, and that would make them look incredibly biased. So what they do instead is they go, a lot of people say.
Yeah, it's extremely annoying. Like, yeah, hey, we're going to create this narrative, and now you have to address the narrative that we've just invented. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just don't play the game.
Great many Canadians, but
Like who?
Like who?
I don't know who, but
Well, you're the one who asked the question, so.
yeah.
I love how he's saying that with a mouthful of apple. You're the one who asked the question.
Oh, you must know somebody.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure there's some out there, but anyways, the point of this question is, I mean, why should Canadians trust you with their vote, given, you know, not just the sort of ideological inclination in terms of taking the page out of Donald Trump's book, but
What are you
also
talking about? What page?
What are you talking? I love this. What are you talking about? What page? And this is what I would like people to answer, because there are people that call him mini Trump. I've seen it on Twitter. If you go on Twitter and you search for Pierre Poilievre, there will be tweets about how he's just this like evil mini Trump dictator guy, and like, but they're all from like numbered accounts, you know, like the accounts that are like name with 8,000 numbers after it. And it's really funny. I saw somebody in a Justin Trudeau thread saying, why is it always people that aren't verified that are sticking up for Justin Trudeau? And it's kind of true. You do see that a lot. But anyway, this, if you look up the Pierre Poilievre on Twitter, you'll see like the insanity of the left trying to debunk him.
Page, can you give me a page? Give me the page.
Give me a page?
You keep saying that.
Give me a page number. What page number?
Turning things quite dramatically in terms of Trudeau and the left wing and all of this. I mean, you make quite a, it's quite a...
This is something that's extremely common with a lot of journalism, and it's also true with like emotional manipulation that happens on Twitter.
They don't use language to describe, they use language to manipulate. Exactly, Midnight. Exactly. That is a very good point.
At what they do. This guy, by the way, holy shit. This guy is just not... this guy's amazing. This is the first time I've ever heard him speak or say anything.
And this is like... This interview is from the beginning of 2024, I think. So this is from way back.
I like this guy. Yeah, it's perfect. And so, like, what they end up doing is they create this idea that you have, like, like, for example, nobody is ever right-wing. They're far-right.
Yeah.
Play that you make on it. So I'm
not
just
sure.
wondering.
I don't know what your question is.
Then forget that. Why should Canadians trust you with their vote?
Common sense.
Okay.
A minute and a half for one question. Sold.
Sense for a change. We're going to make common sense common in this country. We don't have any common sense in the current government. The guy prints $600 billion, grows our money supply by 32% in 3 years. That's growing the money
it's a lot of inflation.
8 times faster than the economy. No wonder we have the worst inflation in 4 decades. I'm going to cap spending, cut waste, so that we can balance the budget and bring down inflation and interest rates.
And this has been... Okay, so everyone who says Poilievre has no plan, he's been saying the same things for a year now. He's been saying this for this... Like, he's been consistent with his message for the entire time that he's been talking or running as the leader of the opposition. And so this is him from a year ago talking now about the same things that he was talking about yesterday that we covered.
Want to be able to pay your mortgage again? You want to be able to afford rent?
Yes.
Then you have to vote for Pierre Poilievre, because I'm the only one with a common sense plan that will bring back the buying power of your paycheck.
Man.
I rise today flabbergasted by the news that has just been made public.
He's watching this speech too. Oh, good. That's why this is 26 minutes. He's watching this speech too.
The government has finally revealed its true deficit number. Remember, this finance minister, this outgoing and now former finance minister,
this is it? Okay.
told the world that she was putting in place guardrails to limit the damage that her deficits could do.
Do you remember we covered this video the day that it happened?
Deficit plan was $40 billion, a mind-bogglingly large number that was already contributing to rekindling
That's
inflation.
an assload of money.
Again.
It is an assload of money, considering that we only have 40 million people in our country. Jesus.
This $40 billion was too big. It was out of control as it was.
Yeah.
But at least to her credit, she said no more than that.
It's Canadian
and she
dollars.
decided
It's like
she would have a
$60
guardrail.
here.
We know a guardrail is meant to stop vehicles from flying off cliffs. Well, as she was trying throughout the year to avoid going off the cliff, there were 2 people on the bus who had other ideas. The Prime Minister and carbon tax Carney. That's right. And the 2 of them went to the front of the bus, they grabbed the wheel, they pulled it sharply to the left, smashing into that guardrail, and she tried to resist. So they pulled even further to the left, and they stepped on the gas. The bus flew off the cliff, and now Canadians are at the bottom of the ravine in a big pile of debt. But instead of taking responsibility
Man.
The Prime Minister told her that she should take all the blame. That when the ambulances and the police cruisers arrived and the fire department, that she take the blame for running the bus off the cliff, and that carbon tax Carney and the Prime Minister could innocently sit back, and that the Prime Minister could then put carbon tax Carney in charge of driving the next bus.
And this is, I want to hear what Asmongold has to say about this, because I really like when, like I said, I really enjoy when Americans discover Polyev. Because then they stop shitting all over Canada and go, oh,
would protect themselves
they have
and
a
make the finance minister, the then finance minister, take all the blame. Reminds you of the way they treated the former attorney general, a brilliant and brave First Nations woman who refused to kowtow to corruption. It reminds us of the way
she refused to let Trudeau bury his very first scandal, and he shuffled her out of the position.
they treated Jane Philpott and so many other brave women who have dared question this self-described.
So this is the guy that's like right wing and like Donald Trump?
Yes.
I feel like this isn't
feminist prime.
Thank you. Asmongold is confused. He's like, I don't see Donald Trump in this guy. Nobody with an actual brain sees Donald Trump in this guy.
Minister,
What?
some feminist indeed, throwing the bus off the cliff and throwing women under the bus.
They just say that
is
shit.
his
Yeah, I
real
guess
record.
so.
That his real record on finance, Mr. Speaker, is yet another $62 billion deficit. For context, outside of this government, there is no government in the history of Canada that has ever run a $62 billion deficit.
Jesus.
Not one government.
Outside of this government, there is no government in the history of Canada that has ever run a $62 billion deficit.
Jesus.
Not even in the 90s when the Wall Street Journal said that we were a third world basket case. Not even during the massive global economic crisis did the deficit come anywhere close to that.
Not even in 2008 were we that in debt. $62 billion frickin' dollars. Shut up,
Here we
Ninja.
are, with the global economy growing, with the American economy booming in stable times. This deficit is 100% at the feet of this irresponsible Prime Minister and his personal economic advisor, Carbon Tax Carney.
That's right.
Now, Carney says he doesn't even want the job of finance minister. He doesn't even want to try and drive the crashed out bus after he helped.
Asmongold is just fucking flabbergasted by this. He's like, what the hell is going on in Canada?
Run it off the cliff.
Well,
and they couldn't find anyone all day. In fact, no one will appear today even to defend this incredible disaster of a budget. Look at the consequences in human terms, Mr. Speaker. We have 1,400 homeless camps in Ontario, 35 homeless encampments in Halifax alone. We have 2 million people lined up at food banks. Scurvy is making a comeback. The government admits that 1 in 4 children.
Yes, Asmongold, scurvy is coming back. Because we cannot afford to eat our proper vitamin C foods. Yes.
Children are going to school hungry every single day.
What the fuck is going on over there? Scurvy, yes. That's what pirates would get.
Yep.
Employment
How old
is
is this
rising,
video?
and according to this budget,
3 weeks
expected
ago.
to exceed 7%.
3 weeks ago. This is from just before Christmas, you guys.
By the end of next calendar year. The gap between per capita GDP in Canada and the U.S. is now 30,000 in Canadian dollars, 30,000 it was equal 10 years ago. This is the worst gap since at least the Second World War, and some say the worst gap in a century.
Yeah. You guys in the States earn 30 grand on average more than we do in Canada, no matter what the job is.
Canadian workers are only getting 55 cents of investment for every dollar an American worker gets.
Yep.
$500 billion Canadian investment dollars, which works out to almost a quarter of our economy, has left net to go to the United States, where it builds pipelines, factories, warehouses, pipelines, business centers, Canadian investment dollars paying American wages, while our workers go starving for investment and for salaries to pay their bills. When I travel across this country, I consistently meet two types of people. One, those who are a little better off and tell me that, and I'll be very blunt about this, that if I don't win, they will leave the country. And they are very numerous.
Yeah. He's not wrong about this.
Damn.
But you know, I don't worry about them as much. You know who I worry about?
The people that can't leave?
The ones who can't leave.
Yeah, that's...
The ones who don't know, and if I can just use very blunt language, who tell me I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I have no idea how I'm going to pay my way.
That's right.
I met a waitress at a restaurant not long ago, and she came up to me and she...
Is the cost of living in Canada that bad?
Yes. Yes, Asmongold, it is that bad. It is that bad. This is why you have people in Canada that never used to struggle that are struggling. This is why people can earn like $60,000 a year and it feels like they're earning $20,000 a year. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Like, I heard in Toronto and Vancouver, it's like crazy insanely bad. But like, I don't know about the rest of it. It's horrible. Oh my God.
Could you imagine if Polyev asked me to tell him my story? Oh my God. Oh my God, yeah, Polyev would, his mind would explode.
It's really bad here, man. Oh, wow. That's
grabbed me by the hand and she said, "You have to win."
We get paid in loonies and,
thank
toonies?
you. I appreciate your support.
Wait, loonies and toonies? Is this real? What? Is that what they call them? It's not that bad? Yes, it is. It's Looney Tunes.
It really is.
It's a cartoon.
Yes, that is what we call our $1 and $2 coins.
How does that convert to Neopet tokens or Monopoly money? What?
She said, no.
What is this?
It wasn't a compliment. You have to win. And then she told me her story.
Uh-oh.
She told me that she was working one full-time job and two part-time jobs just to pay her bills. As a single woman in her late 50s.
Hello, Richard. Welcome to the
and
stream.
she was tired of working all the time. So she cut everything out of her budget. Every creature comfort, everything she enjoyed about her life, she cut it out so that she could drop one of those part-time jobs.
One of those part-time jobs. She had 3. And she cut out every creature comfort so she could drop one of those jobs.
And then one morning, she woke up and she walked outside and her car was gone. And she called her insurance and they said they weren't going to cover the replacement value.
No, I'm not going to say the name of the person. I'm not going to say who could have solved this, you know, like, maybe she needs a plumber.
So she had to take that job back because she simply cannot live her life without a car.
Yeah.
Now you can bet your bottom dollar the guy who stole the car, he was probably out on bail. This was not his first job.
Oh my God, the loony made sense because it had a loon. The toonie never made sense. I don't know why they call it a toonie.
That's
right.
What?
Her taxes have gone up. Her heating bill has gone up. Her wages have not gone up. She's scared to go out in the streets.
Wait, what? Auto theft here is unreal? We have the worst auto theft?
Yeah.
Can you shoot somebody if they're stealing your car?
Nope.
Can you do that in Canada?
Nope.
No? Why not? What a fucking bunch of pussies.
Fuck off, Asmongold. It's not that if we could shoot people for stealing our cars, we probably would. The majority of people who legally owned a gun, if they could shoot somebody for stealing their car, they probably would.
What the hell's wrong with y'all?
Trudeau took our guns. That's what's wrong
What
with
y'all
us.
doing over there? How you let this happen? So, I actually knew the answer to this. I realized it after I asked the question. It actually wasn't a rhetorical question. So I know this might be a surprise, but there was a girl that I was talking to that lived in Canada. And she said that a guy almost tried to grab her and pull her into his car. Like, straight up.
Yep.
Just grab her, like, just, oh, there's one, right? Let's get him.
And I bet you he was not, I'm not going to say it.
And she doesn't even like to go out in public anymore. She doesn't want to have anything to do with that.
Just have your pet moose attack. And then ask for the situation, what had just happened with the transmission blew 2 weeks ago, and I got $600 a month. I got to figure out extra. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to lie. Where we live, I might get away with it. Yeah, you might. You might.
Happens a lot, exactly. And she said that she cannot even have pepper spray.
No, you're not allowed to have pepper spray. You can't have pepper spray. You're not allowed to use it on people.
Much less a gun.
Nope.
Let me guess, Vancouver? I don't remember, actually. I don't know. Yeah. What the
like
fuck? Why? Yeah, that is insane. That's a lie? Really? I mean, I don't know.
No, it's not.
I don't know what the details are. That's what
you are not allowed to carry fucking pepper spray.
She told me, but she can't have a gun. Come on, this is bullshit. Well, let's look it up.
Yeah, that would be the Indian men. Yep.
You have pepper spray in Canada. Okay, so if you look at it right here, it says no, pepper spray is not legal in Canada. Pepper spray is considered a prohibited weapon under the Canadian Criminal Code and Firearms Act. That means it is illegal to own, make, sell, or use pepper spray in Canada.
Yep.
Okay, well, there we go. All right, let's move on. That's crazy. So people are just stealing cars.
Stealing cars, breaking into houses, shooting each other, stabbing each other, dying of drug overdoses.
They just steal cars.
In places where they didn't even lock the door not long ago. These are the people we're fighting for.
Yeah.
These silly games over here, they're very entertaining. The soap opera that everyone's seized with today, that's all fine. But there are real people whose lives are on the line here, and we have a duty to work for them.
Man.
And quite frankly...
Thank you, CW. Only left self-defense. Yep.
I didn't know it was that bad.
This woman doesn't see me as any, or any of us as any kind of savior.
No.
They see us all as a last hope. In fact, she doesn't want to be saved. She just wants her life back.
It's worse than
she
you
was
think.
taking care of herself just fine before her tax, her heat, her grocery bill went through the roof, and her car went missing. She was doing just fine. She was doing everything right.
And that's the problem, is that Canadians are doing everything right, and yet nothing is going right.
Met another guy at the Labrat Brewery a few days ago, and you can watch the video of me talking with him. He walked up to me and he said, I have 3 jobs and I can't make it. We're renting. We have no hope. We've given up on ever owning a home. We're renting. We can barely make it. And he said to me, I feel ashamed when I talk to...
So you can have bear spray for... So you can have bear spray and pepper spray for wildlife. You cannot use it on people. You can use it on bears and dogs. Yeah, I think... yeah, that's... You're right.
to my kids, because they ask me why I'm never around and why we can never have a house, and I feel like a failure. But he didn't fail. He has been failed.
Yep, that's right.
He has been robbed of the promise of Canada. It was a very simple promise, that if you worked hard, you got a good life. Now, it wasn't fancy or extravagant, but you got a house with a yard where you could have kids playing safely. And you could have a nice dog that you could afford to feed along with the kids.
Awesome.
It's crazy for me to see, like, on Twitter, people that try to rationalize us living with, like, basically criminals and people that are insane, and, like, effectively that everybody now has to worry and, like, watch their back.
Yeah, just because if we want protection... Let's see, it just confuses me that employers will pay so little, yet pay themselves more than enough and have no self-awareness about it. Yeah, you're right about that, Midnight in Exile. It really is a problem with that they overpay themselves. It's crazy. But yeah, like the people that rationalize having to live with these criminals just because you can't, like, because if you don't want to live with them, what, you're a racist, you're xenophobic?
And it's like, this is somehow a good thing. Yeah, it's way too, it's crazy. Yeah, like, especially with, like, the New York subway stuff. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, these crazy people, toxic empathy, it is. Well, the reason why it's really toxic is because these people are writing checks that other people need to cash.
Yeah. It's all done at the expense of somebody else.
They're the people that never have to live with the consequences of their own empathy or their own altruism. So, like, they're doing something good. They're trying to push for this, but they never actually have to deal with this problem themselves.
And your kids could play safely in the streets. That was the promise. Now, politicians break promises all the time. But you know what was bad about this promise? This promise didn't belong to this prime minister.
No.
It wasn't his promise to break. It belonged to all of us. And our purpose is to bring home that promise for that young man, that young father,
so is this guy probably going to win?
Female worker, so that they can once again take back control of their lives, live in a safe country where their hard work earns them a good wage, where the rent and their food is affordable.
He'll be a much better governor.
And where, when they go to bed at night...
A much better governor. Shut up, Asmongold. We're not going to be the 51st state. Shut up.
They know that they will be safe throughout their sleep and that they will have their car in their driveway in the morning. A country where people are proud.
In fact, the last batch of tax rules were... it's the big corporations and their CEOs that hold those large pay tax. Small businesses are not doing that. In fact, those last batch of tax rules were made specifically to fuck small businesses. Yep. Very true.
Proud again to fly the flag, where they know the government is a servant and not a master, where they understand that every day the Commons, this place, works for the common people, not for the ego of one man desperate to cling on to his job.
How is this guy fucking Trump? I don't understand how you can compare Poilievre to Trump at all.
We must remember that we are servants in this place. We have a job to do on behalf of the people who sent us here. Our personal dramas are not important. The dramas that should seize all of our concern, and imagination are the daily dramas of the working women and men that build this country. We are in it for them. We're going to give them back control of their lives in the freest country on earth, Canada. Let's bring it home.
All right. That was a good one. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, this guy's based. Yeah, I feel like I think that like there's a huge issue now of like a bunch of people that think that somehow it's noble or it's like good or high-minded to tolerate basic savage behavior.
Yeah. You can't point out that people are acting like savages because, oh, God forbid, the person who's acting like a savage might be a different race than you. Well, I'm sorry if they're acting like a fucking savage idiot. They're acting like a fucking savage idiot. You can have a white savage or an Indian savage or a Chinese savage. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Like stealing cars, pushing people into subways, into trains, like, you know, crackhead zombies.
The part Asmongold doesn't understand, this was before the progression until the end of March. The prorogation, yeah. Let's see.
Running around that you can't look at them or you'll
his Alberta voice is showing up with drama. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Get aggro. Like, what is this? Why who decided this is going to happen? This isn't culture. This is crazy.
It is.
I don't get it, man. Lighting people on fire. Yeah, exactly. It's nuts. And yeah, I don't know what to say, man. Part and parcel of living in a big city?
No. I'm sorry. No. Part and parcel of living. I've lived in a big city for my entire life up until 2 years ago. And when I was younger, even when I lived in a shitty neighborhood, I was still able to go out and play by myself as a blind person with my other kid friends until it was dark. Back in the 90s. It is not part and parcel of living in a big city.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck it's going to happen. I thought it was too good to be savage. Watch that Trudeau is finally leaving in your search. This? I mean, well, I feel like everybody's obviously happy about that. People, I'll watch this one. Yeah, sure. It's a fast one.
This morning, we want to bring you the reaction from the opposition leader, the Conservative leader, Pierre Poilievre, right now. We mentioned a few moments ago that he did tweet, and in his words, there is no change. That is from his account posted on X. There was also a video posted as part of that post. Let's play it now.
Canadians desperate to turn the page on this dark chapter in our history might be relieved today that Justin Trudeau is finally leaving. But what has really changed?
Nothing.
Every Liberal MP in power today and every potential Liberal leadership contender fighting for the top job helped Justin Trudeau break the country over the last 9 years. All Liberal politicians actively worked to pass into law the job-killing inflationary carbon tax, a tax that Carbon Tax Carney endorsed in his book.
He's not wrong. None of these things that he's saying are incorrect.
All supported.
Again, we covered this video
over the
last
next 5
week.
years. All
so
voted
he's got, is this like the Canadian
We did
version
not
of
lock our
Lion
doors
Ted?
growing up. Yep.
Or like Crooked Hillary?
70s,
the Carbon
80s,
Tax
not
Carney?
anymore, safe. Nope.
That's there. Okay, cool.
or actively supported Trudeau's out-of-control spending, debt, and immigration. All passed Trudeau's housing policies that doubled the cost of homes. All Liberal politicians helped pass catch-and-release bail and house arrest for the most rampant reoffenders. Policies that increased violent crime 50%, gun crime 116%.
How'd this happen?
Laws got changed. That's how it happened. When Trudeau was a majority government leader, like laws got changed, and that was how it got affected.
And hate crime by 250%.
How'd they let this
liberal
happen?
MPs and
This is
leadership
crazy.
contenders unanimously supported.
Yeah, like what is this? No, people just voting to feel good?
Yeah.
They just voting to feel catch and release. Yeah, that's for fish, man. Yeah, you don't have catch and release for people. That's for fish.
I like that. Catch and release is for fish.
Damn. What is going
Everything Trudeau has done. Why
the other
dump
reason is he was constantly constantly talking to Gavin Newsom. Groceries, carbon taxes, yep.
him now, right before an election? Have they had a change of heart? Is it because they feel guilty that they doubled housing costs, hiked taxes, unleashed crime, broke immigration, forced a quarter of the population into poverty?
God damn.
They continued supporting Trudeau when he did all of those things. No, their only objection is that he is no longer popular enough to win an election and keep them in power. They want to protect their pensions and paycheck by sweeping their hated leader under the rug months before an election.
Yeah, they think that he is the only reason that they will lose an election. So what they do is they're now like, you have to go. We have to pick a new leader. Then we'll beat Pierre Poilievre. No.
To trick you and then do it all over again.
He's right.
Now, while
if I were
leaderless
them, that's
liberals
what I'd
focus
do.
on saving their jobs and fighting each other for power, the country spirals out of control. An out of control
I eat
housing
the fish
emergency.
I catch. Yeah, exactly. I've raised my rates twice in the last, or 10% in the last 2 years, and it still isn't enough to make up for this insanity. No.
An out of control migrant crisis, an out of control $62 billion deficit, not to mention tariff threats from the United States. Oh, and another NDP Liberal carbon tax hike kicks in this April 1st.
Wow.
Everything's out of control.
April Fool's
And now
Day.
the government is out of control. This cannot go on. We need a carbon tax election now. To choose between the NDP Liberal costly coalition that taxes your food, punishes your work.
Laggy piece of shit is messed up. They invited a bunch of foreigners to come to the country, and they screwed up our economy because they gave the citizens money to the foreigners.
Yep.
I feel like there's no way it's that simple, though, right?
No, literally, Zach, it is that simple. They did that, and then they sent the rest of the money to the fucking Ukraine.
Like, because well, you know what they do. Like, there's no way, right? I mean, it is.
The first time I caught a catfish, I did not know how to skin it. Oh. Pick a liter a week.
I don't know. That seems crazy to me.
Doubles your housing costs and unleashes crime and drugs in your community. Or common sense conservatives who will axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime. Canadians can take back control of their lives and their country. Take back control of our border. Take back control of immigration. Take back control of spending, deficits, and inflation. Take back control of our streets by locking up criminals, banning drugs, treating addiction, and stopping gun smugglers. We'll cap spending, axe taxes, reward work, build homes, uphold family, stop crime, secure borders, rearm our forces, restore...
I think that's a really big difference that a lot of people need to understand is that, like, a lot of people that are drug addicts are victims of addiction. And, like, in my opinion, I don't think you should be putting drug addicts in jail.
No.
Unless, like, they're a threat to the society, right?
No, and he's not talking about putting drug addicts in jail. But he's also not talking about giving drug addicts pharmaceutical grade drugs.
Like, these are people that are really, they need addiction therapy. They need to be, like, taken care of. But you need to put the people that are making the drugs in jail for sure.
It's literally that simple. Yep. China to money. Yep. We have a nail board for catfish. Yep. The reason the resignation is fucked is we still have to deal with Bill fucking Blair. Yep.
Yeah, it's two very different groups of people.
Our freedom and put Canada first, all with one mission, to bring home Canada's promise that every hardworking Canadian gets a powerful paycheck and pension that buys affordable food and homes on safe streets where all are united for the country we know and love. Canada first, Canada last, Canada always. Let's bring
There's
it home.
the Alberta again.
Man, well, so this guy's gonna win. I wonder how things are going to change.
We have no bullets. Yep. Yeah, we have no bullets. We literally have no bullets. It's crazy. It is crazy what's going on. We have no money. We have no bullets. We have a demoralized military, and it's horrible what's going on. It's nuts. I googled how. Oh. Yeah, it's bad. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do a bathroom break and get more coffee, and then we'll do a couple more videos. So share the stream while I'm gone, and I will be right back. All right. We are back. So yeah, it's a crazy, it's crazy the way things are going right now. In Canada, and I kind of wanted to watch. I'm glad I watched Asmongold react to this, because it was really interesting to watch what was going on, how he would react to that. Because I really wanted, I thought it was a good video. Let's see. I want an election now. So do I. No political process. Polyev has to admit, or Polyev had to come out and admit that they're going to be ostracized and be called monsters when they fix all these, when they make all these corrections. Yeah. It is going to hurt. They are going to have to, there are a few things they're going to have to do right away, because otherwise they won't be able to get it done in their mandate, and they will be forever called liars. So they've got to fix it, and they've got to, it's going to be hard for them. And it's going to be a rough road, because it is going to be a very austere budget, I think, for a good while. But it's gonna have to happen. It's a necessary evil. And it's gonna have to happen. All right. Some ordinary gamers put out a video about ElsaGate content, which me having kids, that always interests me because I don't like them wandering around YouTube. So this says the disturbing ElsaGate content keeps coming back, which it does. It absolutely does. YouTube can say, "Oh, we've scrubbed YouTube Kids for that," but it's I don't agree. I think it's let's see. They are fighting Trudeau legally, saying the prorogue is wrong. Oh, really? Well, good. Good. They should be, because it is wrong. Proroguing until March 24th? That's completely unacceptable. We need to get this figured out now. Okay, let's take a look at this video.
7 years ago, I covered a disturbing trend known as YouTube ElsaGate. And yes, that is 7 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. Back in November 17, 2017, I made a video where I talked about the ElsaGate situation. And for anybody that doesn't remember what ElsaGate used to be, ElsaGate was a time on YouTube where characters like Spider-Man, Elsa from, the Frozen movies, and several popular Disney characters were effectively being, showcased to children in some of the most adult-type settings, okay? We're talking about pregnancies, we're talking about wild fart fetishes,
death, murder.
In fact, it wasn't just relegated to YouTube, it could have been any social media service. There were even plenty of games where I had to actually deliver a baby.
I hypothesize that ElsaGate was the result of a rogue AI attempting to warn humanity about the upcoming bioweapon pandemics.
From a Disney character, okay? It was just complete insanity. You had situations where, again, Elsa's running away with a dog, and a cop's got a Glock pointed right at her head.
Yeah. Literally, stuff like that. It was insane, the stuff that was on YouTube Kids.
With 6.9 million views delivered to it, you could imagine that this was one of the most popular eras of content farming little children one could ever imagine. Yep. Now, because of how popular this ended up getting and how much mainstream attention it ended up evolving, YouTube decided to change its actual community guidelines towards this kind of content. Now, if you actually look at YouTube's community guidelines today, mature content aimed towards kids, okay? Themes that are mostly associated with teens or adult audiences such as nudity, sex, realistic violence, drugs, alcohol, or profanity in the video, thumbnail, or title. I want to remind people watching this video, okay? When it comes to YouTube, there is a profanity budget, which all creators have.
Yep.
If you ever have noticed that in videos, I don't let other people say the F word, but I do, it's because I know that I have an allotted budget of swear words. And if anybody's going to swear on my channel, it's gonna be me.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a very good point. If you are gonna have swearing on your channel, don't let it be from other people. Let it be from you, because you only have a few swear words.
And the reality of it is, if you just swear too much, YouTube will sometimes demonetize your video, or in the most extreme ends, actually put your video into a age restriction, which again severely diminishes its reach and oftentimes can be a little more excessive, in my opinion, than not. But when it came to content like this, these guys were just allowed to fucking send this shit out to kids all day, every day.
Yep.
Until, of course, YouTube decided to say content that is made to appear appropriate for kids and families, but contains adult themes. And of course, the point they added was other depictions of kids or popular kids characters that are unsuitable for kids and families.
Oh, yeah, because that's gonna stop everything. Come on. Play.
Now you might be wondering, oh well, YouTube fixed it right there. It's gonna be just fine. Now, of course, if you're on platforms like YouTube now, you'll realize that no, it's not the same.
No,
because as of a day ago, I'm looking at channels where Sprunky is joining people in bed.
Oh God, what the fuck? Why? Why is shit like this still happening?
Sprunky is pregnant, stepping on what I assume to be yellow supersonic.
Ah.
Oh no, we found Sprunky in the bathroom. Oh god, incredible sad story in real life. What is the sad story? Well, it might be that Sprunky is a little more preggers than one would think. Now, it didn't really obviously get any better, ladies and gentlemen. This is a theme of content that is still actually alive and active. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, this is what we call a YouTube content farm.
Yeah. And it's disgusting. And this is why I don't let my kids on YouTube. Kids still. I refuse to.
Which again are people rapidly uploading this kind of like brain rot material for, again, complete financial gain. And usually when it comes to children, they'll find something that is incredibly popular and effectively run it into the ground.
Yep.
Now, if you don't know what a Sprunky is, congratulations, join the club. I had no idea at all either. All I know about Sprunky is that Sprunky used to be this one... Now, if you don't know what Sprunky is, welcome to the club, ladies and gentlemen. I am 30 years old. We'll be turning 31 this year. I have no fucking clue what Sprunky is, until, of course, research for this video. And it led me to a few games on the platform where one could play known as Sprunky Incredibox, okay? Where you could just generate music with, again, you know, random icons and random materials. It's a game for actual children, okay? Okay, that's all that it really is. And there's a era of, again, phase 5, like horror theater games, where, again, it's music creation with this vibrant, it's all just AI slop, so to speak, this AI level of description.
Yeah.
Again, you can turn this material into horror if you wanted. Kind of like a creepypasta, if you will.
This sounds like something that people would completely weaponize and turn into a content farm.
You know, a little bit of horror added to these children materials, children games.
Yeah.
But they are ultimately just for kids. Now, the person that I believe actually created this entire project was a person known as Nyanko BF Lol.
Okay.
Now, this person is a 15-year-old Thai child, okay? A literal kid made this actual mod. And
okay, so a kid made a mod for kids. That's a good thing.
It got so much popularity that it ended up actually ruining the fun for this child. For instance, a month ago, he actually said, I have a secret that I've been keeping for a while. But after getting hacked, I noticed it's a bit too late. But let me say this, Sprunky 2, which this was already getting a sequel for, has been canceled the whole time. The situation was bad enough, messed up content farms, overpopularity, and what idiots called Sprunky ripoff.
Oh. So all the content farming and like, it just ruined it for him. That's.
I just haven't told you yet because of the stupidest reason. And that reason was a planned April Fool's Sprunky 2. Basically supposed to be a meme game, but at some point in game you get a video about the cancellation of Sprunky. Point is, Sprunky was effectively canceled because this kid realized just what level of brain rot that he unwittingly unleashed into the world. Not to their fault.
Sucks.
This is literally a project created by an ambitious child animator, ruined completely by fucking YouTube content farms. So
I feel bad for this kid because he actually like made something and had to fucking destroy it because of content farming.
So one of the biggest content farms that I've seen floating around is Amy Hi Hi. Now you might be like, it's 40,000 subscribers, Mood. It's probably not as big as you can imagine, but they've been growing pretty substantially. Now, don't take the join date by any imagination. This is not a 2019 account.
Okay.
If you look at some of the oldest videos, 2 months ago is when they actually started posting these Sonic and Amy videos.
Oh God. I can already imagine where we're gonna go with this if it's Sonic and Amy.
Now, if you're looking at some of these thumbnails, ladies and gentlemen, this is obviously geared towards children. But clearly you can see Amy is getting stuck. Sonic is chasing after Amy, who is obviously, standing and positioned in ways to accentuate her ass, all right? There are moments where if you look into their actual description, they say, welcome to the Amy and Sonic Love Channel.
Oh God. Oh God. The Amy and Sonic Love Channel, eh? So we've got actual fan fiction of Sonic and Amy being together. Okay.
Okay, all right. Amy and Sonic love each other. If you're a fan of the legendary couple Amy Rose and Sonic the Hedgehog.
The legendary couple. Yeah, that's totally what they are. They're a couple, yes.
You've come to the right place. Our channel dives into the romantic world of Amy and Sonic through exciting videos, from sweet moments to thrilling adventures. So you can join them to explore heartfelt love stories between Amy and Sonic, beautiful fan-made animations about their romance.
Hell, the small one would rather watch the Fear Factor channel or the UFC channel on the Samsung. Yeah. The other thing is that the kids don't like YouTube Kids. They just watch whatever we watch on YouTube. That's true. That's true. They really don't like YouTube Kids. They would rather watch like the science-y stuff or the weapons stuff or the history stuff that we watch.
Analysis and reviews of their moments in games. You mean the time that Sonic cheated on Amy? Okay, in Sonic 06? I saw that beginning. See, I saw him make out. That wasn't Amy. Get out of here. And much more exciting content. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Let's create an amazing community of Amy and Sonic fans together.
Oh boy.
So you look at it, they say that they're from the United States, but at closer inspection into their actual content, it doesn't really seem like they are. But what kind of love animations are we talking about? Let's look at it real quick.
Oh, I can imagine exactly what kind of love animations we're talking about.
Oh no, we spotted Amy stuck. Oh no, dude. Oh, look at that ass. It's gotta grab that ass.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, if you look really closely at the description, it's like, this is how apparently they try to bypass the new YouTube Elsagate rules. Disclaimer, Amy Hi channel and all of its videos are directed to a mature audience that is over 13.
Oh, fuck off. But you have it marked safe for kids, right?
Mature audience over 13, okay. Within the meaning of Title 16 CFR 312.2 of Children's Online Privacy Protection Act are not intended for children under 13 years old. Now, if you look really carefully at it, okay, can you really direct something to a mature audience when the actual focus of your material is a fucking children's game?
Yeah, what 13-year-old to, like, what... When you're like 13, 14, all that, are you really still into Sonic? Because I don't think so.
Sonic the Hedgehog? I mean, seriously, it's just a blatant, like, lie to get past the system.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, if you look carefully at this material, this is all, for 32 minutes, kids are just looking at Sonic the Hedgehog, basically stare at Amy's ass the whole time.
Aha! And there's not even any words. It's just weird sounds. Oh, there's
no,
words.
What do I do? I guess I better start taking photos of her ass, dude. I better start taking selfies as well. Oh boy, real kid-friendly material.
Jesus
I almost feel
Christ.
like the kind of content that I'm actually showing to critique will end up getting me a strike on my own channel.
Right? I'm kind of scared right now.
And you know what? It's going to be funny if I do get the strike and these people don't. It really will just show you how wild some of the moderation can be at times.
Yeah.
So here's some other examples of being mature. You know, we're running around our house. We're gonna walk in. Oh, there's just Amy sleeping. All right, we gotta have this long shot of Amy. You know, her body, everything captured right here.
Alrighty.
And of course, Sonic, I think, might actually be a doctor. I'm not sure. Sonic is going towards her, going to her butt cheeks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Muda is literally describing this perfectly right now for me. This is horrifying.
And of course, Amy releases what we call a biohazard. She farts all over Sonic. I wasn't joking when I was talking about the fart fetish material that comes out of this kind of content. Now, there were actually people in even our community that brought this up. Like, one user was saying, here's some context. I was hanging out with my brother a few days ago. He's 5, by the way. And he was showing me videos on YouTube. It was during that I noticed some of the videos that were being recommended to him on the YouTube homepage.
Okay.
I knew YouTube's content for kids could be weird, but the thumbnails on many of these videos were plainly sexual in nature.
That would make me very uncomfortable. And good for this community member for bringing it up.
This is with the restricted filter enabled.
Yeah.
And I know no filter is 100%, just thought it was worth mentioning. So yeah, it's actually quite true. If these videos are being recommended to children, right, YouTube's AI or YouTube's algorithm should do a lot better job at moderating this kind of material. But then again, it really is one of the reasons why I say that the worst thing to happen to America since, I would say, probably 9/11 was like the actual iPad being given to kids, okay? Because at the end of it, it's probably the biggest algorithmic attack on the modern day, like, child, just affecting their brain in the worst ways imaginable, okay?
This is why, with the kids, like, tablets and stuff, we're very careful with what goes on them, because we don't let them put any old thing.
A kid should probably grow up watching something like, I don't know, Dora the Explorer, because at least it has educational value to it. A kid watching stuff like this probably might end up like Jeffrey Dahmer, okay?
Dora, Wild Kratts, stuff like the Octonauts, stuff like that. That's what kids should be watching.
And
not
just
this
putting
shit.
it out there. And there's other examples of child-friendly material. Like where Amy and, Sonic are going over to the hospital. And yes, this is in fact a 3D rendering of Shadow the Hedgehog with Rouge the Bat, okay, obviously scantily clad, standing outside what appears to be a doctor's office while Amy is pregnant, waiting for
21 years or older, computers not for kids. Computers can help kids, like, with education and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say no computers for kids, but I think kids shouldn't be on social media until they're 16.
For the water to break, okay? Yeah, real kid-friendly shit, boys.
Wait, what?
Break. Office while Amy is pregnant, waiting for the water to break, okay? Yeah, real kid-friendly shit, boys. Now, while waiting for the doctor, Sonic and Amy try actually cutting in line in front of Shadow the Hedgehog, and they find it's one of the dumbest things, because Shadow does not care. Shadow and Rouge will beat the shit out of a pregnant woman before they lose their spot in line.
Jesus Christ, this is insane. This is for
Even
kids?
after all this, the big silver lining here is the baby did not die from any complications, because Amy did in fact go to the doctor and actually deliver the baby. And what does the baby look like? Well, he has no actual... Now, of course, the baby is clearly not Amy's, okay? Because the baby has no genetic features. What the fuck am I doing trying to explain this stupidity to people?
I don't know. But you're doing a good job, Mudahar, because as a blind person, I am completely understanding what you're talking about.
What is wrong with me? Now, of course, that channel is not the only one in the mix of all this. There were other channels too. You know, one cursory glance, after you watch a little bit of Amy Hi, your YouTube, like, recommendations will become as fucked as my Virtual Machine's recommendations are.
I was gonna say, you should probably only use, like, a throwaway account for this research there.
For instance, I got this channel, Paper 1001, okay? Now, it sounds pretty cute, all right? You know, I look at this and I think, wow, that's a pretty cute channel, whatever. But then you start looking at the thumbnail and holy shit, everyone has forgotten how to use a condom in this universe.
Oh,
so
God.
Like that one innocent Sprunky character, we are now talking about wearing panties together.
No!
Apparently, Pinky pregnant. We're giving her a C-section with gummies inside her.
Oh, God.
Now, this might just be a thumbnail, Mudo. What about the actual content? Let's see that.
Do we have to?
We're getting into, like, serious doctor medical scripts right here. Okay. All right, it's a DIY hospital in the Sprunky universe.
Lovely.
Just imagine walking up to your child and just imagine walking up to your kid on their little iPad. You know, you left them alone at dinner at Chili's. You know, you get up to go to the bathroom after you had your meal, and you see them watching the water break on a Sprunky character. And I shit you not, they will whip out the scalpel and give an actual C-section to this Sprunky character.
What the
so you stick
fuck?
it in the water balloon, and lo and behold.
What the fuck? This is actual kids content? This is nuts.
We are getting a little Sprunky out of there, boys. Oh, we've got twins, dude. This is crazy. And the brain rot just doesn't even stand there, okay? It just keeps going on. Again, none of this has to make any sense. We're adults. We think stories have to make sense. People have always said shit like Skibbity Toilet is brain rot, but Skibbity Toilet actually has, like, a lore.
Yeah, Skibbity Toilet has story, like, actual lore to it. It's stupid, but at least it has, like, a story to it.
Actual shit attached to it. All
Yeah.
right? I would say that this is, like, high performance, like, art in a way. This is artistic. This is beauty. Okay? This is not at the same tier of, like, delivering Sprunky babies to children. Now, if you look at this kind of content, right, like Sprunky is kind of killing it, okay? 709,000 views on two women, two Sprunky chicks in towels. Of course, you've got almost 1 million views 3 weeks ago on Pinky being a little pregnant. And of course, if you look at the actual like comments to this, you might think, whoa, maybe we'll actually get to read from people in this. And of course, you'll find like for 904,000 views, they certainly have a very small amount of comments right here.
Well, maybe the, like, I don't know if kids would really comment on it.
And this is the funniest shit too, okay? I can show you the worst performing video of mine, which probably would have been like in the last like 6 months, would have been where I played a game called, Crowded Followed. And it still has more interactions than like a 904,000 viewed video.
That's
so it makes
crazy.
me wonder if maybe there's some botting going on, or again, this is just kids sitting on their iPad with no accounts enabled, just like watching the next brain rot clip auto feed them.
That's probably more likely than anything.
So you start to look into it, bro. This is not a Sprunky story. This is Sprunky but humans, bro. What did I watch? I think an actual human jumped in there. This is wired. They're just kids, bro. And then they respond, you have such a sharp eye to notice that. Nah, bro, 30 seconds of watching this and I can already see that I'm on a watch list myself. Now, sometimes you'll come across content as well that goes down more into the Sprunky universe. Like, here's one where, like, literally 9 days ago, all phases of size Wenda in new Incredibox Sprunky. And of course, you look at the thumbnails, and we're just undressing, like, children's characters.
Why are we doing this? This is insane. Why?
Internet, dog. What are we doing? What is wrong with us? So, you know how we always used to, like, complain about Sniper Wolf giving, like, the shittiest reaction videos? I'm going to show you a YouTube channel that does even less work than Sniper Wolf, okay?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Are we really going to see
is
that?
like videos on my channel are reactions to someone's content. I always add my own author's comment and do a review. So I watched one of their videos, and of course they were stolen from a channel known as
Oh, God.
So what is the actual review? What is the actual, like, piece of critique they offer? Watch this.
This video is amazing!
Whoa, this video is amazing! Fire emoji!
That's it? That's the only reaction we get?
I had to block off her, like, actual tits
No.
and everything. Like, man, everything is so hypersexualized in this universe. It really is just content made for absolute children. Like, that's all it is. I love how the people here get, like, absolutely clickbaited in this, too. It's like, it didn't even show them pregnant!
What the fuck? Why would you even want to see that? That's the thing. Why, who wants to see this content, and are they okay?
This person's mad. They're like, I need to see a pregnancy at some point. Christ. And of course, all of this ended up taking me down, I shit you not, to a channel that literally uploads women farting all day, every day.
No.
So this one channel, all right, Generic Jessica, will upload channels, like, very actively, by the way. Girls Do Poo. Wild cherry bathroom scene extended
AI is
cut.
worse. It is.
And then, of course, you scroll down a little bit. The video that I got recommended was obviously Minecraft girl poops in her sleep.
No! What the fuck? What are we doing? Why is this being recommended to kids?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go, boys. Ooh, we got a little Minecraft farting. What is this like? Oh! Oh! Oh!
No!
Oh!
Mudahar!
Wow! Woo!
Why are we? Why, Mudahar? Why?
This man, who gets into it, bro? That's lovely. No, she poop. Yeah, if you're farting like that, you've definitely let go of a little more than some gas. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? This is the future of ElsaGate. This is the future of, like, again, these children content farms, right? 7 years ago, this problem was called out. And mind you, it was actually pretty heavy 7 years ago. Like, the problem was definitely much more substantial. We're talking videos that ended up getting, like, millions upon millions of views.
They did, and they were bad. Like, there was lots of what's the word I'm looking for? There was a lot of, like, death and murder and all that in those
Back
videos.
in the days of peak ElsaGate, even channels that were pretty much on top of their game, like Jake Paul, were competing, if not really competing, getting less viewership and subscriber gain than some of these ElsaGate toy game channels, right?
Yeah.
It was like big bucks at the time. Like, it was a serious gravy train if you got onto it like 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, YouTube has been cracking down on it. The videos that I've shown you, the channels that I've shown you, I hope end up being turned down or like at least removed by YouTube, because it does fall outside their community guidelines, right?
I hope so. It absolutely does fall outside community guidelines. It's disgusting.
Right? This is honestly like damaging brain rot for children.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, looking further into the whole ElsaGate stuff, it really just shows that beyond the YouTube moderation, which no system is ever going to be perfect for moderation, it really shows that there is an incredibly serious market that still exists for this day. Because realistically, what I've shown you is content on YouTube. But what I haven't shown you this video, and what I do want to show you sometime next week or down the road, is the level of ElsaGate brain rot that exists all over TikTok.
Oh, God. Yeah. The stuff on TikTok is also bad.
Because while YouTube's community guidelines have caught up, TikTok's, at least in my opinion, have not.
No.
And over there, and places like Facebook, the level of brain rot that exists, that is attacking, again, children as young as 5 or 4, or even younger than that, okay?
What the fuck are kids that young doing on TikTok?
Children is like, shit, kids are coming out of the fucking womb with iPads these days. That is a level of insanity that probably needs to be discussed. And it makes me wonder, like, every time I see a kid at a restaurant who's just been given an iPad while the adults talk and eat, I wonder what that kid is looking at while the parents, blissfully unaware, consume their slop.
I agree. Do you even know what your kid is watching while you sit there and eat your food and all that? Like, do you care what your kid is watching, or do you just care that your kid is quiet? That's the one thing that Facebook I left. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still on Facebook for friends and family that I don't keep in touch with very much. But yeah. All right. Speaking of AI being worse, Richard, I've got one more video called AI Slop is Taking Over YouTube, which I have a feeling has something to do with what we just watched.
Have you started to notice a lot of AI slop popping off in YouTube's algorithm?
Yeah.
I know I have. I've started seeing a ton of channels that are blossoming, that are getting millions of views through purely AI-generated videos, right?
Yeah, they'll have like an AI generated video, the narrator will be AI.
No, the big ones are through shorts that are just doing like top 10 lists with an AI voice and AI images to accompany them, like top 10 facts about lizards scientists don't want you to know. It's being used to pump out shorts like that, or just making up things for shorts like, this comet narrowly missed Earth. We almost all died. And it's a brief little sci-fi story that ChatGPT cooked up that they posted. It's just made to be a content factory with videos coming every hour, hoping that some will get picked up in the algorithm that people doom scroll through, so they'll get tons of views and make money from it.
Yeah, it is the adult AI version of the content farm.
But even outside of just throwaway shorts, AI is now being utilized for long-form content, and it is doing exceptionally well, especially in true crime.
Pincalo and I have run into a few AI channels talking about topics that we were interested in, and we've gotten really upset about.
Talked about this on stream like 2 weeks ago, but AI is making true crime channels, and they're getting oodles of views, making a substantial amount of money, I would imagine, through the AdSense. And it's not just AI regurgitating other true crime works, you know, it's not them going over the Zodiac Killer with AI voices and AI images. It's just making up things so it can post a true crime video every day.
So it's literally writing a crime fiction story every day and posting it as true crime?
Blatantly fraudulent stories, just fanfic, in order to try and capitalize off people's curiosity in the true crime community, because they've all heard the big boys. They're all familiar with the, you know, more popular true crime subjects. Yeah. So right now they're using AI to cook up make-believe ones. So like the dark and twisted mind of Serge Orphenheim.
That just sounds like a made-up name.
The Slytherin that took things too far. And you're like, what the fuck is that? I don't know this story. So people are clicking on it and it's getting hundreds of thousands of views. Or something like the 3-armed massacre. The man with 5 arms that killed an entire town using nothing more than a handful of sand. It's just all horseradish.
Yeah.
It's not real, but people don't know that. And then they'll click on it, and then some people don't realize that it's all AI slop and just not real at all. It's super sad.
And it's, but like, or it's also, it's not just super sad for the people who don't realize. It's super frustrating for those of us that do realize and want to just watch videos. That's what I want.
Because, again, AI is still pretty primitive in this regard, and it's only going to get more sophisticated to the point where people really won't have any clue. Right now, if you got your thinking caps on and you aren't just mindlessly watching shit with your brain turned off, like you got the orb of confusion in your pocket, you should be able to recognize that a channel like this is all fake stories and AI videos, but some people don't, and it's doing really well. Every video is almost exactly the same, AI narrator telling a story that just didn't happen, and the stories are almost identical every time, too.
Because the AI is so limited that it can't come up with a new story that's different every day.
There's tons of channels doing this. This one happens to be getting a lot of traction over the last few months, but there's many others in the AI true crime community. But what I want to talk about is one that I just stumbled upon today, where AI is now being used for like old viral videos. Things like an America's Got Talent breakout superstar that gets 20 million views on YouTube. Well, people have taken notice that those videos get very popular, and now they're using AI to make up their own America's Got Talent videos, and those videos are getting millions of views.
So they're doing like AI images, AI voice clone, all that stuff.
Over a few of them on stream last night. It is so fucking peculiar. And there are tons of channels. There is a new one of these generated every hour, and some channels are getting like 5-10 million views on some of the videos that they make, and it's all completely AI generated. It's not real. I saw this earlier today, and I only watched one video. But this seems to be a huge AI trend right now where they take just blatantly false things like the America's Got Talent show contestants and give them a sob story, and they are getting millions of views.
That's crazy.
It's so weird. So, like, I haven't seen this one, but heart-wrenching. 5-year-old stuns talent with emotional song for parents lost in the war.
Oh no, what the fuck is this supposed to... So the song is also probably AI.
And it's just AI? It's not actually a segment from the show, but if you go to the comments, people are like, God bless his heart. Such a brave boy. See, like clockwork. We're already reaching a point where they can't tell blatantly AI dog shit.
The song doesn't even sound like America's Got Talent. It sounds like it's a fake ripoff of a song.
From real stuff anymore.
The audience doesn't even sound right. It should be in like a big auditorium with echoing.
I'll watch that in a minute, Toto. Thanks for membership, Samuel. Like, it's not even edited well.
Hello, my name is Issa. I'm 5 years old and I'm from Senegal.
You don't... You sound like a robot.
My parents loved me so much, but I lost them in the war when we were trying to escape from Ukraine.
Wait, what? You're from Senegal, but you lost your parents in the war when you were trying to escape from Ukraine. I'm confused.
Now
I have expected like the "aw" sound effect or something there.
To tell them how much I miss them and how much I love them. Even though they're not with me anymore.
Can you, like, I can hear the robotic sound in that kid's voice.
I know they're still watching over me from heaven. This song
Those
is for
bird
them.
sounds are so fake.
So they know they will always be in my heart.
Man, this 5-year-old is really able to articulate his thoughts well.
My parents gave me. And to understand that even though there's pain, love never goes away.
Why does he sounds so fucking, you can hear the latency in his voice.
Powerful message. Powerful message. Share it on Facebook ASAP.
I lost my mom. I lost my dad when the world shattered into pieces.
Inspired lyrics.
Noise of bombs and fire. I'm left alone in this lonely silence.
Auto-tune! How can you not hear the auto-tune?
We crossed mountains, we crossed the sea, looking for a place where dreams could be. But the sky turned dark so suddenly, and they never woke up again.
How can people fall for this shit?
Oh. Get your lighters out. What the fuck was that? What happened there?
Yeah, what happened there? Was that... I thought that was Charlie clicking on another video.
Get your lighters out. What the fuck was that? What happened there?
Even though the war took them away from me, I'll never forget their love is in my skin. Even as the world falls, I'll hold it deep within. That embrace.
So it's not satire. I see a lot of people saying that it's satire. It's not.
No.
So it's designed to be algorithmically successful because all of those Got Talent things with like, shocking. A former fry cook learns to flip Krabby Patties the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, this is all supposed to be clickbait. This is not satire. This is not anything but actual clickbait.
Gets golden
AI
buzzer
shit.
at AGT 2023 with like 20 million views. Like, it's designed for that crowd that will just like mindlessly click on those. At least it's not 30 minutes long. Yeah, but there's so many channels that are doing this now. Like, so many.
Yeah.
The two biggest I saw are these. Future Earth Insights.
Okay.
Your ultimate destination for exploring the mysteries of our planet and the cosmic forces shaping its future.
No, am I falling prey to AI videos about geology and shit?
Here we dive into predictions, scientific phenomena, and visionary insights about Earth's destiny. It's all just AI, America's Got Talent nonsense. So I'm guessing whoever owns this channel bought this from whatever this used to be for the subscriber
AI
count.
could be DJ playing.
And now they just pump out these videos. It's all like kind of the same thing. Jesus Christ appears on Got Talent America. The world stopped in shock.
Oh my
That is
god.
powerful message. This one's 30 minutes. But this is what YouTube is going to become, like almost exclusively this. As AI gets more and more sophisticated.
Got Talent. Not to display a skill, but to share a message that transcends time and circumstances. A message of hope.
Where is he?
And love.
Bring him down from the rafters.
This is insane. I can't believe... I do not want YouTube to become exclusively this. This
Not here
would
to
drive
win an
me
award or
crazy.
applause, but to touch your hearts and ignite a light that can transform your lives. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall become before men, that they may
Yeah! Golden buzzer!
Father in heaven. Do not think that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For assuredly I
Oh, they're
say,
laughing at him.
till heaven and earth pass away, not one jot or one tittle will by any means pass from the law, till all is fulfilled.
Probably not tonight, Valdi. We'll see.
Whoever therefore breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches men so, shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
Damn, the one time I skip America's Got Talent, Jesus appears.
He shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. Do not only love those who love you, for even those who do not.
Do not fear, I am by your
That's not Jesus.
No, it's not.
It must be a multi-part performance. Brought out the Virgin Mary.
divine love is your shelter, it will always be your best friend. In the desert, I will be your water. In the storm, your calm.
Yes. Me too. AI is destroying YouTube. I can't. AI, like, an AI can be so helpful, but...
Oh my god, what happened? They kill him? Oh, this must be the crucifixion. Oh my god. What does this have to do with Jesus? They've got her in there with the Crocs. And breastfeeding a baby on a unicycle. Oh god, don't do it! Oh,
yeah.
Oh. And it does really well. Millions of views for a lot of these.
That drives me crazy.
The comments are bots, Charlie. Nah, that's cope. That's what you want to convince yourself. Go on Facebook and look at like the 50-year-olds and the shit they share. It's almost...
Yeah, no. You don't understand how dumb humanity is getting if you think that's all cope.
All AI now.
Bots.
Brother, did you forget that only 2 years ago, every Facebook grandma in America was sending my picture around thinking that it was a photo of Jesus, like a painting?
Oh, yeah!
And the meme was, our society has fallen so far from the grace of God, most people won't stop to just leave a like to Jesus. So I have no doubt there are definitely bots in the comments of a lot of these, but mixed in with the bots are absolutely people like those very out of touch octogenarians on Facebook as well that just believe absolutely anything that floats across their screen. Divine being performs goodness of God, AGT, judges can't believe it. What is this thumbnail?
What the
My mom always told me that God is good, even when we can't understand the
Damn,
things
Simon's already
happening
tearing
around
up. It's
us.
powerful.
She used to tell me that his goodness around always reminds me that God created all of us with a purpose.
Man, stop yapping. What's the goodness of God?
There was a time
Do a
when
Kamehameha wave.
came to our
Do a Kamehameha wave.
My mom always told me that those people practice things
What the fuck is that,
could
man?
hurt others, and she
Who
asked
interrupted
me
him?
not to go near them. Strange happened, and since then, I started feeling that something was different inside of me.
This
I don't
editing
know
is
how
so
to
bad.
explain it, but there are moments when I feel like I'm not the same boy I used to be. My mom would
Jesus Christ, I don't care about the lore. What's the goodness of God?
and she would say that he always
Oh, it's just another song. Lame. They're very
God.
Jesus and God centered. Yeah, because like that is the easiest one to play to.
Yep.
That is absolutely the layup.
It is. It is. You will hit any algorithm if you use the religion and stuff, and people like the mindless people will click on that. That's why Darman does that too with the everyone listens now, no comments. That's true. That's very true. It's very, very rare that I will get. Well, I get comments on my videos, but yeah, these mindless people will look at anything to do with God or anything like that, and they'll just eat it up. It's insane, and I don't know how you can't tell that that's AI, but apparently they can't, or they just don't care, or I don't know. It's weird. It's a very strange situation to watch, because you would think that a human could tell when something is artificial, but apparently not. Which is kind of crazy, but well, let's see. We have come to it's 1:30 and we have come to the almost 2 hour mark. I do have to get going because I do have an appointment that I have to keep and I need to eat and get ready for it. So I will be ending the stream here. But I will be on Twitch later tonight with some Diablo. I think I'm gonna, like I said, I think I'm gonna try to get through the side quest offline, just so we can do like other better stuff on like we can do more quests and dungeons and hell tides and stuff on stream. So if you guys want to come by twitch.tv/blindpress, give the channel a follow so you can get notified when I go live later. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and I will see you in a little bit on Twitch.